They won't ask any questions. Best keep out of sight. Something seems...
Idiot! I'll be back. You can't keep me away forever. I'll find a way in. You look strong enough. Can you help me?
Depends on what you need.
Information. My brother Solon has been missing for weeks. No one listens. They say he ran away. But he wouldn't leave me alone. He wouldn't. He knows I hate being by myself. Anyway, he was last seen training at this school. I'm sure it has something to do with his disappearance. Please, can you help me find out what happened to him?
I'll see what I can find out.
You're nicer than you look. Thank you.
Don't thank me just yet. My help doesn't come cheap.
What? You would demand drachmi from a child?
I guess we can work something out.
I don't have much, but I'll repay you with whatever I have.
That will do.
I think the trainers might know more about my brother's disappearance. But be careful. Rumor has it he can take out a Chimera with his bare fists. Or was it that he looks like a Chimera with bare fists? In any case, I take caution not to look for a fight.
I don't look for fights. They usually find me. I'll find out what happened to your brother.
Please hurry. It's been too quiet around here without him.
That name seems familiar somehow.
If you've come to enroll in my school, I'm afraid you're at least 10 years too late.
Shame. You must be the one training these athletes.
Have you not heard of me? I am Euthymos, Master Olympic Trainer. Under my charge, my student sees victories as easily as Theaganassus sees the bronze statue of Thasos. Everyone has heard of me.
They say that you look... that you can take down a Chimera with your bare fists.
These rumors, they are too kind, and all true.
I've heard other things, though. In particular, that students of yours have gone missing.
Missing? Nonsense! My students are champions! They fly towards adventure all the time! Under my wing, they will soar to great heights, like a hot-blooded Pegasus.
Do you remember a former student named Solon?
You think you can storm into my school and demand answers like an impertinent slave? You'll sooner be gutted like one.
I need to know if your school has a connection to the disappearances.
Connection? Ha! Nonsense! This is a place of blood, sweat, and brawn. The only things that vanish here are the weaknesses in heart and body.
How about we put our skills to the test?
I'd rather not waste my time or my skills on the likes of a nobody.
Sounds like you're backing down.
Don't want work, Misthios.
Hold on, you seem familiar. I recognize you. You're in the Olympics. You're the champion, I'm sure of it.
Of course I'm an Olympic champion. Many times over, in fact.
I don't believe...
I knew it! It must have been amazing to win. Tell us, what do we need to do to become champions?
A true champion needs a dominant power pose. Like so.
Power pose. My pose is so much better. So, an Olympic champion strolls into my school, steals my thunder, and dares to challenge me? The great Euthymos!
Does the great Euthymos accept this challenge? Or is he too afraid?
Afraid? Ha ha ha. Try sparring with my students first. We'll see if you are as strong as you say you are.
Let's see what your students are made of.
Be careful. I heard the healers have their hands full these days.
I'm sure they will find time to tend to injured youth.
But don't hit too hard!
Can you withstand the might of my spear?
Is that all you got? Poke you hard! Living, of course.
Oh, not bad! Even the best of my students cannot stand against you.
Warm-up is over.
Oh, such fire! Come then if you dare. Face me like a real warrior in our arena. Oh, I'll be careful not to break too many bones. My loyal students! This Misthios has the nerve to challenge me! The great Euthymos! At my... our school! This is your last chance, Misthios. It can all end if you simply walk away.
Are you done talking?
Oh, we'll see what you are made of then, hmm? We'll fight like real champions! Taste child's play! Taste the true might of my students!
Don't defeat our master, Misthios!
For the master! My master!
Wait! Get out of our school!
My students! My pride! The true of a champion is made of. Show me your loyalty! All right. I yield. You've ruined my reputation. How will my students learn from me now?
You were ruined by pride. I had no part in it.
We've nothing to learn from a fallen master. Some of us want to follow in your footsteps, Mistios. Can we come with you?
You should continue your training here.
Fine. You've won. You are worthy. I'll tell you what I know. Keeping a school like this is expensive, but we receive a good lump of drachmi from this rich fellow to keep things running. He visits now and then, stinking of wine, frequently accompanied by strange men.
I assume they're not here to admire the training grounds.
I noticed that they tend to favor my star athletes, the ones who exhibit exemplary skills and performance. They watch them very closely.
Solon was one they looked closely at, I presume.
Oh, Solon. He was one of my greatest athletes. He stopped coming to class soon after the men came.
Yet you do nothing? Even when you clearly know something isn't right?
This fellow has powerful allies and influence. I've tried to do something, Mistios. I've asked questions, and I was told to stop for my own good and the good of the students. As much as I hate to admit, I am powerless.
A strong man like you shouldn't take orders from a drunk fool.
You're right. I've been weak for far too long. Thank you, Mistios. I may still have other strengths to hone.
I heard everything. How can you stand by while your students are being taken? All for drachmi?
How did you get in here? Is she your daughter?
Men like you are the webs. I can't rely on you. I can't rely on anyone. I'm going to save my brother.
Her brother? By Zeus, what have I done?
The little girl's brother is still
No more
missing,
cowards.
and so is my reward.
I am the master of this school. I need to act like one. can't believe they stole it. Of all the
You say somebody stole something?
Somebody stole something? Look around. Bandits took almost everything. And worst of all, they stole my family's vase. After so many generations, it's gone.
You're wealthy. You could buy yourself a new vase.
A new vase? Didn't you hear me? It's a family heirloom. You can't replace something like that.
How much is this vase worth to you?
I'll pay a substantial amount of drachmi for it. A very substantial amount. Is finding my vase something you could do?
You mean this?
My vase! You found it!
Master, I have a concern.
A concern about what?
How do we know that this Misthios isn't one of the people who took it in the first place?
That's a good question.
Let me talk to him privately to be sure.
Yet another example of why I'll miss you when you're gone.
Misthios, I know you must have taken the vase from the bandits, but that's not the point. I have a favor to ask of you.
Unless I know what it is, I won't know if I can gift you with this favor.
You're willing to hear me out. That's a start.
What kind of favor are we talking about?
My master recently told me that after the coming summer solstice he will release me. But I don't want to go. I want you to say that I told the bandits where to find the vase. And then, for atonement, I will offer my services.
Well, who took my vase?
It was taken by bandits hiding in the copper mine north of here.
Well, you returned it, so at least there's some justice. Here's the reward I promised.
You know, your slave is very loyal. You've already granted him his freedom. But I think you should keep him on. He may even want that.
Is it true? You want to stay?
Yes, I do.
Then why didn't you say something?
It's not a slave's place to question his orders. Isn't that right, Misthios?
Even though you're a slave, your life is still your own. You should have just asked your master to stay.
Please accept my humblest apologies, Master. I will never do it again.
All is forgiven. It worked out the way it was supposed to.
Hey!
Do these look like Pefkan slaves to you? 250 drachmi minimum.
Surely they're worth 1,500 drachmi.
1,200?
Sir, this is a set. You get husband and wife together.
1,250?
Deal.
Share to you. I'll see you soon. Good day to you.
What's going on?
I'm here to check the warehouse's taxation records, but I'm being refused entry.
This matter is out of my hands.
Fine. The wheels of Evia will be greased once more. How much will it cost to get me the records?
That's not going to work this time, Agapios. The guards are under strict orders to not let anyone in or out of the warehouse. It's an order they will enforce, my friend. Take my advice. Stay away from that warehouse.
It's lucky your friend warned you.
Haha. He's just as corrupt as the rest of Evia. I fear there's nobody honest left.
Not all mercenaries are cutthroats. I can be trusted.
That remains to be seen.
What's causing the corruption?
A group called the Dakeras struggling Evia with their greed. They work from the shadows, controlling the nation with bribery and blackmail. The other reason I need the taxation records from that warehouse. I'm following a parchment trail which I believe will lead me to the person behind it all. But I'm too old to be breaking into guarded warehouses. Perhaps the shine on my drachmi can convince you to do it for me, huh?
I'll get the records for you.
Perhaps there is someone left in Evia who can be trusted.
I'll find the records. The guards don't stand a chance.
They don't deserve a chance. For Evia to survive, corruption and those who spread it must be crushed. I'll wait for you here.
The warehouse. There's the warehouse dock. The warehouse grounds.
Don't make me come over there.
They'll be watching for me. I need to be careful. Must find those records.
Amistios! Destroy the records before they claim them!
Records of ship names. What docked where and when. This might help Agapios. Maybe this will help Agapios identify the dagger's leader. Records of the trades Envios made in the last 6 months. Maybe the identity of the dagger's leader is in here.
Supplies should be in tomorrow.
Take no prisoners!
I found the records, Agapios.
My master will be pleased.
You're a slave.
Do I not look as you expect? Yes, Misthios, I am a slave, but I'm not without dignity. The local magistrate is my master, and I'm his most trusted servant.
I would rather die than be a slave.
Not all have the luxury of choice, friend. Nobody chooses to be a slave, but being one provides me food, shelter, safety, and security. Especially now, with Evia all but run by the dagger. They cannot see past their greed. And if they go unchecked, we may all end up as slaves. If uncovering the identity of the dagger's leader and finally stopping them sounds like something you'd be interested in, meet me and my master in the slave market.
I'll think about it.
Not only is life easier and safer with a slave, it's more rewarding. You're not just purchasing highly skilled workers, you're purchasing family.
No. This can't... How is this possible?
Agapios, what's wrong? What have you found?
Master, it's a name. Written in the records over and over again. The name of the man leading the dagger. The Kingfisher.
Once you know the Kingfisher's real name, bring him to a court of law. He and the dagger have wounded Envia. Envia should have a chance to decide his fate.
Agapios, tell him.
When we were young, when we'd play, I was the robin, and the kingfisher was my brother. But he died. He should be dead. I mourned him. I made him a grave. Please, tell me he's not one of them. I beg you, tell me my brother's not a dagger.
Your brother is likely involved in this, Agapios. If he is the Kingfisher, he's working with the dagger.
No, that's not the boy I knew. He protected me, saved me. He's... whoever this kingfisher is, it can't be my brother.
Your brother can't have been born the Kingfisher.
Of course he wasn't. Neritos. His name was Neritos. Older than me. More trouble than me, too. Fighting, stealing. But he always looked out for me.
Nothing is more important to envious survival than stopping the dagger. I'm sorry, old friend. The Kingfisher must be dealt with whether he's your brother or not.
Yes, Master. I understand. Please, Misthios, help me uncover the Kingfisher's true identity. We can clear my brother's name and stop the dagger. Evia would be in your debt. More in your debt. The magistrate's treasury runs deep. Your reward would not be small.
I will help you, Agapios, but you must be ready for the worst. The evidence doesn't look good for your brother.
Kingfishers are common here. That name is no evidence of my brother's guilt. I know a farmer who's had dealings with the dagger's inner circle. If anyone's seen the Kingfisher's true face, it's him.
I should pay him a visit. Any other leads?
There is a shipwreck along Evia's southern coast, and the theater in Galkis City has been spreading the dagger's lies.
I have enough to go on. And the Kingfisher. If I discover he is your brother, if he is the man behind the dagger.
He won't be. Return to me when you've learned all you can.
Let's move!
Did Agapios send you?
Yes.
Were you followed?
No?
Are you sure you weren't followed?
There was no way I was followed. I made sure of it.
You covered every track?
Every single one.
Malaka's liar! You've led them right to me.
Who?
The dagger. Their corruption, their reach, it's limitless. They're watching that shipwreck, and I don't doubt they're watching you.
How did you get involved in all of this?
It was my master's boat that engaged the dagger's ship. But he and many of his men perished in the ensuing battle.
I've already explored the dagger ship.
Well, did you find anything?
The dagger's dagger seemed important.
It's not just important, Mistios. This is a sacred sacrificial blade. These markings? These weapons used to make sacrifices to Achilles. Find the right temple of Achilles, and you'll find the dagger. Quickly, take this blade back to Agapios, and let's end this. The days of being pressed under the dagger's thumb will soon be over. Mistios, over here.
Get away! I still need to meet all of Agapios' contacts.
Killing him won't solve anything, Praxilios!
But we can't just sit here and let him do this to us, Idia. To the children.
You think I don't have their well-being in mind?
Well, you certainly aren't acting like it.
How dare you!
Calm down and listen to yourselves. The kids are scared.
Who do you think you are?
The Mystios is right. Calm down. It's bad for the...
Speak up, stranger.
Agapios sent me. He wants to prove his brother's innocence and destroy the dagger.
His brother? Neritos? Didn't he die on...
Stop, Idia. We're in enough trouble as it is.
Tell me what you know.
Let's make a deal. Kill a man for me, Mystios. Help me, and I'll tell you about the dagger's base of operations.
We've been through this. No killing. Talk to the man instead. Make him honor his word to pay us.
Deal. I will take care of your problem.
There's a man from the dagger. He approached us one day to help them spread their agenda. We don't care about the dagger, but we need the extra income.
He wanted us and the children to spread the message of the dagger in the theater and on the streets.
Sounds like a fair trade.
Till the drachmi stopped coming in.
He stopped paying us and threatened to come after our children if we didn't continue.
I was going to kill him myself, but Idia...
We can't just take a life like that, Prexileos. That's not us.
He lives in the large house in the middle of the city. Kill him, and we'll have drachmi for you.
Listen to yourself. Talk to the man, and posture if you must. But we aren't savages. I don't want to set a horrible example for the children.
I'll deal with the man. Just make sure you pay up.
If you need anything else, or forget where to find the dagger man, speak to us again.
They'll just do it all the same!
That's him, the dagger man threatening the theater couple. That's the big house they were talking about.
I can't keep doing this, but I have to.
Better stay here.
I have to do this. For fa- Amistios? What do you want?
I'm just here to talk.
Did the theater couple send you? I already told them to leave me alone. Or else I...
Or else what? You'd hurt the children that live there.
As unfortunate as that is, I would. For my family, I'd do anything. Guards! We have an intruder!
Didn't look too dangerous.
Pater, we're home! Pater?
Are you lost, Mystios? Turn away!
Get out! Out!
Mystios, I've sent the children away. Make sure this dagger malaka doesn't get to...
Shut up!
We'll find every last one of your precious kids. They'll fetch a good price.
Release them this instant.
I'll let them go. After I've made a few cuts.
Malaka!
The dagger doesn't appreciate your intrusions into our affairs.
Then you Malakas should get out of my way.
Oh, how tough! How brave! Brave like when you freed that slave. Remember her? The little spy girl?
If you laid a finger on her... Curse you!
I'm a man that likes a little drama. So let's make this interesting. You, Misthios, seem to have a flair for the dramatic. And we are in a theater after all. So let's have you decide how this play will... play out.
Get to the point.
Someone's got to die here today.
Easy. That's you.
Try, and these two will have their throats slit before you even reach me. But just one! It's always more fun when one lover is alive to watch the other bleed. So, meddling Misthios, tell us, who should live?
Save Idia, Misthios.
What? No! Save Praxilios, Misthios! The kids can't do
No,
without him.
save Idia, please. You'll be saving
All
more
right, time's up. Pick an ending to our little play, Misthios.
I'll save them both. But you will die, dagger scum.
Wrong answer.
Skiros! Misthios, get to Skiros! Tell Agapios!
That's where they control Evia from. Stop them!
You little...
I won't let your dying words go to waste. Agapios will know about Skiros, and I will avenge the both of you. I still need to meet all of Agapio. Contacts. Come on! Come on! The Misthios! Let's get them!
I'm sorry, Misthios. I had no choice.
Charge! Come! Die!
Oh, I'll enjoy killing you!
What was that about?
I'm sorry, Mistios. They knew we talked. They threatened me. The dagger really don't like you.
You told them what you had to in order to survive. There's no shame in that.
Thank you. It's great to see you again. Have you come for some olive oil?
No, I came to talk to you about the dagger.
I've got nothing to say about that.
Look, I'm here to let you know that I'm working with the local magistrate and his worker, Agapios, to bring them down. But in order to do that, I need to know what you know.
You don't want to know what I know. Trust me.
Tell me.
Neritos. His name is Neritos.
No, it can't be true. I'm going to end this, once and for all. I still need to meet all of Agapios' contacts. That's the last of Agapios' leads. Better tell him what I've learned. He isn't going to want to hear this.
You can't run from this bounty.
What can I show you? Let me know if you need anything else.
But can they read? Write?
Well, one can.
Really?
Yes.
You've returned. What did you learn?
The dagger's base is on Skiros. They seem to be planning a ritual at the temple of Achilles.
What did you learn about my brother? Is he alive? Is he the Kingfisher?
I'm sorry, Agapios. Neritos is the Kingfisher. The dagger is his operation.
Neritos always was getting himself into trouble. A temple to Achilles on Skiros, you said?
Agapios!
Stop, slave!
Stop, slave! Guards! Guards!
No! That man earned his freedom long ago. Thanks to you, the dagger's true face has been revealed and Emdia has a chance at survival. You've earned your reward. Though I fear victory will not be as simple as storming Skiros, the Kingfishers hid in the shadows for decades. There will be more to do before the end. Help me. Help Emvia.
I'll see what I can do.
Good. Good. I'll lead a small force to Smuggler's Dock on Skiros. Meet me there, and together we'll finally crush the dagger!